Christians, there are two things that the Word of God makes very clear. And I'm responding to this man here who says that God speaks to every man, that God calls to every man, and they have a choice to make, and most make the wrong one. And he's absolutely right. Now he's commenting to me because I have pointed out in multiple of my uploads that God chooses those who are saved. God elects those who are saved. God predestines those who are saved. And that is true, and that's what the Word of God teaches. Does that negate man's choice? No, it does not negate man's choice. And people like him and others assume that when I say that God chooses those whom he has saved, that he chose them to salvation, there's the assumption that is made that I do not believe that man makes a choice. And that is not true. The issue here is very simple. And I'm going to say it plainly. God chooses, predestines, and elects all of those who come to faith in Jesus Christ. He elects and chooses them all. And he does so without frustrating their will. He does it without frustrating their will. Does man have to exercise his choice and his will? Yes, he does. Does God choose and elect whoever comes to faith in him? Yes, he does. So what all of you who argue about your free will and who argue with me and say that I'm Satan or heretical in my teaching or false, is because you refuse to acknowledge that both scenarios work together. It is because you do not understand the power of God. You can have your choice, all you wish, but that does not mean that that negates God's choice. We want to have eternal salvation. We want to live in God's house. He sends out invitations to whoever he so chooses. Now, behind the scenes, for the spiritual believer, we understand that God chooses those who belong to him. And we also understand that we are responsible creatures and must respond to the overtures of God to come to him. But we also understand that our wills have to be compelled. Otherwise, we will never come. Simple.